Hello, it's Karen. Today I'd like to show you something. It's our envelope punch board, but I'm going to show you, we're going to do this tag. Real cute, real simple, and we made the envelope to go with it. I did go ahead and cut a couple pieces of early espresso cardstock to 3 inches wide by 6 inches long, and then I scored them at 3 inches to fold it. I am cutting little pieces of Whisper White for us to use in our design. And I'm cutting those at 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That way we'll have a little bit of an early espresso border going around our gift tag. I'm just going to make sure I have all these right. Ooh, 2 3/4 and 2 3/4. I better double check on this one also. 2 3/4. 2 3/4. Okay, so we're all set. Now, the envelope punch board looks like this. It also comes with a scoring tool that stores very nicely right in there. There's a lot of different things you can make with this. And I just want to point out to you at first, it says, what's your card size? And you say 3 by 3. Then it gives you what you need to cut your paper to. And this is telling us for a 3 by 3 envelope, we will need a 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch square. And our score line is going to be at 2 5/8. So when we make our first cut, well, not our first cut, our first punch, but first I need my paper to be the right size. So I'm going to cut that at 5 1/4, and I will get 2 from this piece of paper. It started out as a 12 by 12 piece of our Designer Series paper stack, and that's again 12 by 12. So if you have one sheet, you can make 4 3 by 3 inch envelopes, custom envelopes for your custom gift tags for one sheet, 4 to a sheet. One sheet of cardstock will definitely give you 4 tags. It will probably give you 6, and the Whisper White, you can get a lot of fronts out of that. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my piece of patterned paper, and because it said 2 5/8, I'm just going to go ahead and punch it just like that at 2 5/8. Here is our score line, and you just line it up on the score line. Now, if you were doing a rectangular envelope, you would follow this little tab right here, and I know you can't see it because of the darkness of the paper, but this is my score line, and I'm matching that up. Actually, I've got to get a little bit more. So you score, you can punch and then score, or you can score and then punch. It doesn't really matter too much. Again, punch, score, and punch and score. If you're doing a square envelope, your envelope should look like this, which mine does, so I know I did it correctly. And then I'm going to put it in this other end, and I'm just going to round my corners. So I line that up in this notch right here, and it rounds my corners. You can do this on the edges of your cards. You can use it to round the corner of just about anything. If you're doing Project Life, pocket letters, it's a little bit bigger around than our corner rounder, but you can use it for a lot of different things. So now that I did that, you could see how you know what, I'm going to do one more super fast. I don't know why I feel like I have to do it super fast. Maybe because I want to show you how simple it is. So we've got 2 5/8, punch, score. Line it up with the notch, punch, and score. And there's a little spot for you to start your scoring right up in the little thing. You just kind of have to feel around. So line it up again, punch, score, line it up again, punch, and score. And now I'm going to quickly round the edges again. You can just see how quick and how easy that goes. Super simple, super fast, super inexpensive. I'm going to stay on the simple side today because I know I have a lot of beginners. And now I'm going along, and everywhere that it's scored, I'm just folding on the score. I'm going to go back and just score with my scoring tool. But the nice thing about this is if you have your envelope punch board, you don't need a bone folder as long as you remember to put your scoring tool away. So I put mine together like this with the flap going this way as opposed to it going this way. I just think it looks neater, covers up more of the seams. A little dab of snail right there. If you get any on the inside, make sure you get it off or your tag is going to stick, and I overshot the edge there. So I'm just rubbing off the excess snail. Quick, easy. Keep your tape close to the edge, little bit. So you go close to the edge but not over. And look at how fast, how easy you have a nice little 3 by 3 squared envelope. Now I'm going to do one more really quick. Again, I chose the polka dot pattern because it's a little bit more forgiving when you're making your envelope. Sometimes if you have like a big pattern or a chevron or a stripe, you end up with your stripes going all different which ways. But this would have been fine because it is all letters. They would have just been either upside down or right side up. But I did choose to go with the brown and Whisper White, or I should say Early Espresso and Whisper White. Cardstock. Why did I do that? Okay, that's the side I wanted to do. And then close to the edge, but not over. Close to the edge, not over. And again, we have a beautifully finished 3 by 3 envelope. Easy, right? Okay, now I'm having a hard time with my design for the front of my little gift tag. I'm not sure which direction I'd like to go. The last pattern that I wanted to stamp didn't work out so well. So, you could leave it blank, but we're not going to. I think I'm going to just first put my inside in. When you do an inside, you can decorate your inside just so it's cute. My last stamp just didn't stamp pretty, and I think it was because it was supposed to look kind of spoofy. That's the only word I can think of for it, is goofy. But I'm going to give it the old college try, and I think I'm going to try it again. Ooh, I have this awesome idea. We know how much people like sunflowers. And I happen to have early espresso in the middle of that leaf. So I think I'm going to just take that and put it in the center. And if you bear with me just a second or two, I am going to take just a patterned piece. Oh, this one's even better. I'm going to take a patterned, or not a pattern, I mean a piece of cardstock. This is in our mossy meadow. I'm just going to put that under there. Not liking that. So let's just try one more thing. How about thank you? Pretty simple. Okay, I think that's going to work for me. And I think I like that. I can try flipping it over. Maybe I like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Or maybe I might like to try one of my tags that I made with our tag topper punch. I think the tag's it. Okay, might be able to even use the tag with the sunflower. We've got a winner. All right, so I'm going to put my sunflower and center it in the middle of the tag. I am going to take some of our Stampin' Dimensionals that I cut in half. I like to save, so I cut all of mine in half because you don't need 4 whole dimensionals in every corner. I don't know if that's good for me to say or not, but I am all about trying to save people money and teach them ways to make their own gift tags. These gift tags would sell for quite a bit if you bought them at a gift store or even at like a discount store like Target or Walmart. And look, I'm going to put thank you on the inside. Well, sometimes you start with one idea, you end up with something completely different, and it works better than your first design. So here it is. We can actually go ahead and put some twine on that. I think I'm going to go with the gold color. Yes. And I'm not going to put too big of a piece on because we do want it to fit inside the envelope. When I do this, I always go down from the bottom, pull it up, and pull the ends through. Makes a real pretty knot. Your strings aren't going anywhere. I'm going to cut that just a little bit short so it looks like it belongs there. I'm going to pull it pretty tight so it doesn't come off. I know you can't see me doing that. I've got to be better about, you know what, I might even just take this off to the side a little. That's really cute too. So anyway, gift tag, adorable envelope, and we've got the polka dot theme running. Very cute inside. That way you can just sign it. You don't have to put thank you inside. You could put happy birthday inside. How much fun is that? Someone will be really tickled that you took the time to make that. I don't sign mine, which a lot of people say I should. Maybe just put my initials in the corner. I don't. I might start sometime, but because I am with Stampin' Up, I always have to put a thing on the back that says our stamped images belong to Stampin' Up. But the design itself is mine. So you could actually go one step further. I don't have a sunflower handy. You wouldn't have to go all the way down. You could just go right up to the tip. That would be very cute. They do have like things that you can stick these clothes. They have a lick and stick if you wanted. But if you're putting this on a gift, you don't even have to close it. I mean, you close it, but you don't have to you don't have to seal it. So anyway, if you were putting money in here or something, you could tie a ribbon around the outside and just make that the present yourself. If you guys have any ideas of stuff that you'd like to see, please put it in the comments below. If you liked this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Next time, I hope that I will have another project using the envelope punch board. So I hope you have fun and you do something creative today.